Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is True Talk with True Motion. We're a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Stephen.
Hello there.
Let's get things kicked off. Well, first off, it's been another good week at the dojo. It's been kind of a hot one.
A hot one?
Yeah, I feel like it's been pretty hot here in
What
Utah.
heat level?
Well, dojo-wise, we've gotten up to, according to one thermometer, like 90. Another thermometer 80, another thermometer like 76. So it's like, okay, which
Pretty hot.
don't really know which one to go for. So, and then just what? It's been like in the high 90s pretty much every day. It's been a hot one. That's all right. That's okay. It's almost the end of summer. Kids are getting anxious about going back to school.
That's the big thing this week is
Yeah.
you could feel just the anxious energy of like, oh no, I could see the end.
Yeah, and the
I
parents
gotta
are
go
just
back
like,
to school.
God, these kids need to get back into a routine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a good one. Yeah, just all sorts of fun stuff going on at the studio. Yeah, it's been pretty typical week. So, how's your week been?
Pretty typical.
Yeah, pretty typical as well.
I've had something to do every day.
Yeah.
And obviously I was here every day. So it was great.
Yep, it has been a good one. So classes have been great. We've got a ninja night at the end of the month that we're getting ready for. We've got a couple of tournaments in October that are going to be a great time, great opportunity for kids to train and students to learn. We've got LA first weekend in October, and then we've got Seattle the
tournament.
second week in October. So
wow.
if you guys have never been to Seattle, we've got a Seattle tournament coming up with Master Preston Ducati. So that should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I've enjoyed classes this week. I've enjoyed the students coming in. You know, a lot of great changes, some new blood in the dojo. So that's always a lot of fun. But hopefully everybody's week has been pretty typical, pretty regular. So, but yeah, we got this weekend we've got Shanna's grandma's funeral, unfortunately. So it's like back-to-back weekends going to funerals. That's never fun. But that is life, and you just kind of roll with the punches, so to speak. But let's move this show right along and get into our Liam's Facts. All right, this week's Liam's Facts, well, I should say last week's Liam's Facts, the question was, what is the most stolen book worldwide?
What was it?
Ironically, and we had two people answer it correctly.
Book of Money?
We had Master Lessons and Username H answer it correctly.
Okay.
It is the Bible.
The Bible?
Yes, so it's on...
I feel like the Bible would tell you not to steal.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you want to save your soul, so you got to get the book that saves your soul, but you're breaking one of the commandments in trying to save your soul. It's like just this loop of weirdness.
I don't know how it's justified. It's not.
Well,
you can get free Bibles almost everywhere.
This is true, but when you're desperate, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that is last week's answer. This week's question, this is for all the old timers out there. What does VHS stand for?
VHS?
Yes, back in the day, you used to watch movies on VHS cassettes. So, what does VHS stand for? Leave your answer in the comments down below or email us at truetalktuesdays@gmail.com. Also, make sure you like and share the show. Want to make sure we try to build as many better people as we possibly can. So, we can't do that without your help. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show with a friend. So,
share the show with a friend.
Moving on to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. True motion in motion, let's go. Gear up, stand tall, feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh, put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. True Motion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex it, wear it proud. Support True Talks and wear it loud. Discipline, power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. True Motion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support True Talks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong, no fear, no doubt. True Motion merch shop is what it's all about.
Thank you, sponsor.
Thank you, sponsor.
Yeah, we also got some new items up on the
A few
the
new
store.
shirts are making their debut.
Making their debut from
mostly from last week's episode.
last week's episode. We had some inspiration, and
But you have to go on the store to see them.
you do. So make sure you like and share the show and go buy some merch from the merch store. Make sure you help out and support the dojo. But moving on to our top 5.
Top 5 already.
This week, our top 5 is kind of in honor of Happy Gilmore 2 coming out last week on Netflix. We decided to do top 5 sequels.
Wow.
Yes. It's interesting because it's like there are a lot of them out there, but I really tried and failed miserably to only do like the ones that are like trilogies.
You said you only do trilogies?
No, I tried not to.
You tried not to?
But I failed miserably.
Well, yeah.
So, because very rarely do you see just like a 2 or...
It's hard to remember just a sequel.
Yeah, it is. Or like, does technically the third one's considered a sequel too?
They're all sequels.
Yeah, this one was interesting because how I tried to base mine off of it was like, was it better than the first one? So not like, did it produce more money? No, like, did I feel like it was a better movie than the first movie?
Really?
Yeah, that's how I tried to base it. But what do you got for your top 5 sequels?
Let's see. I got Toy Story 2.
Okay.
Because I actually saw that one before I saw the first Toy Story.
So you liked it more?
So I thought it was like, oh, this is fine. There's like a weird collector guy. And
Yeah.
Then the first one came, I saw it and there's Sid. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
No one should treat toys like that.
No.
So
Sid.
I remember that.
Maya would agree with you. She loves Toy Story.
Yeah.
The third one I think is probably one of the
Third one was really good.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a tearjerker too.
Yeah.
Like, spoiler alert, they're all holding hands while they feel like they're
Gonna die.
going into their inferno doom.
Going to the Inferno.
Yeah. But they're holding hands.
Yeah, but the villains were toys, not people.
Yeah, exactly.
So
A cuddly, fluffy bear.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Enough
all
of that. Enough.
Toy Story 2. All right, what else you got?
Then I've got Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Star Wars 5, which was the second one released, so a sequel. Very good Star Wars, much better than the New Hope.
Very dark.
Dark, yeah. Had the obviously Star Wars, the Empire kind of got the victory on that one because of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like one of those movies you like, but technically the good guys lost.
Technically, the good guys lost.
Yeah.
Yes. Luke
Yeah.
lost a hand in that one. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So then I've got. Let's see. Next one. Two Towers, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I saw all the Lord of the Rings back to back. A friend made me do it. He kind of tied me up in a room and made me watch them all because he's a Lord of the Rings nerd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Two Towers was better than the first one, Fellowship. So whatever.
The Fellowship did like
It was a good building foundation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it did a lot.
But like all the action was in Two Towers and the third one.
Yeah, I agree. Like the Lord of the Ring or the Fellowship was good because, like you said, it laid all the groundwork. It was like the foundation of the storyline.
But don't make me watch 3 hours of just talking.
Yeah,
Have someone fight.
and walking around.
They come in pints.
They come in pints.
Yeah, you know.
I'm getting one.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Okay.
Kind of the sequel of the Tom Holland Spider-Man kind of deal. That one was pretty good. I like it. It's new-ish, 2021.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, sequel to Batman Begins. That
Yeah.
was another good one.
That was
I like
another
that
good one.
Huge. That one was really good because of the Joker.
Yeah.
Like,
Heath Ledger
Joker, best Joker.
did a great job with that.
And then we've got Top Gun Maverick.
Maverick.
Sequel
Oh,
to
yeah.
Top Gun.
That is
Came
a good
out
one.
Many, many years later, but
Yeah.
you know, sequel. So
Yeah, I agree. I think,
it counts.
yeah, that one was, I enjoyed that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was fun.
What do you got?
I've got a couple honorable mentions. I thought Avengers Infinity War was probably the best Avengers movie, and it's
Better
kind of
than Endgame, huh?
a little bit, even though it kind of has that Empire feel where technically they lost. So, like, when you went and saw it in the theater, it left you doing that, like, what just happened?
Yeah.
That's why I liked it.
Are my heroes dead?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, dude, this can't be how everything finishes. So
They never die.
yeah. So that's why I kind of liked Infinity Wars. I mean, granted, I thought it was, fun to watch, but like that whole cliffhanger leaving you at the end of like everybody basically just like
Cliffhangers are great.
vaporized, and you're just like, what? I thought they were, because I went into that movie thinking like Cap or Iron Man was going to die. And then all of a sudden when you see Iron Man get stabbed by Thanos, you're like, I freaking knew it.
I knew it.
And then obviously those two don't get blipped or whatever they refer to it as. Then I got Thor Ragnarok. I thought that was the best Thor out of the series,
Okay.
even though it's the third one. But I thought that was funny. My top 5, I've got Empire Strikes Back, like you do as well. I've got the Dark Knight, as you do. I've got Aliens. The second one by James Cameron, I thought was better than the first one.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, because it was one of those like you saw more and
aliens.
it was more, just action packed. And I thought it was scarier. So I liked Aliens a little bit better. Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Oh, you went there. Okay.
I like that one. That one, I mean, granted, again, kind of like you said with the Lord of the Rings, the first one was all right, but it was kind of like laying the foundation for the Captain America.
Red Skull was okay as a
Yeah.
villain, but having the Winter Soldier.
But then you add in the like government conspiracy and all that stuff. It's like, dang, that was really good. And then for my last one, I've got Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I like that one.
So the first one was all right. The second one I just thought is bigger.
First one set the tone, though.
Yeah, first one set the tone. And it was
Second
interesting.
one was like, man, that's a villain right there.
Yeah, then they
Melty
have
guy. Whoa.
the T-1000. Yeah. Then you had the original Terminator being the good guy.
Yeah,
and you're like,
that's
what?
What?
Okay. So that's who I got for my top 5. It's interesting because when you start looking at sequels, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I mean, you could have talked about the Shreks,
Yep.
the Austin Powers, like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Granted, I think the first one is by far the best one of all the pirate movies.
It's
in my
good. They're
opinion.
all really, really good, though.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
The first 3 are amazing.
Yeah, after that they start getting a little weird.
And it's like the Fast and Furious series. They go into space and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like, whoa, he's not a
exactly.
pirate anymore. He's
Yeah,
he's an interdimensional traveler.
yes. Same thing with like the Mission Impossibles.
No,
Like
they're good.
Yeah,
Those
the
are
first
good.
one I thought was pretty good.
What about John Wick 2? Was that better than the first one?
Man, the first one's just so good. It's hard to like. Again, it's like all the other ones were really good, but that first one, man, you get like emotionally invested, and it's like,
His
man, I
dog.
can't wait till he freaking kills that guy that shot it or like killed his dog. And then when it happens, you're like,
Yeah.
yes, you just have this very satisfying, like, freaking knew it.
Did it.
Yeah. You could have put like Logan.
Mhm.
I mean, Logan's an interesting one because it was good, but it was hard to watch.
Mm,
Like, I've only seen it one time because, man, Wolverine, like, I love the character Wolverine. I think he's awesome. But then when you see him and he's like old and not healing, you're like, dude, this isn't Wolverine.
What?
And then, spoiler alert.
Don't paint my hero like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but let us know what your top sequels are. Did we miss any? Obviously,
Which one should we see?
Which one should we see? Because clearly, I know we missed some.
There's
but
so many.
There's so many. Seems like Hollywood nowadays is just sequels and reboots. So
There's no more original ideas in the world.
Well, honestly, that could be an argument of like that's been that way for a long time.
I know. Well, because there's all the storylines have been used up.
Well, they're just retellings of old stories,
just with different spins.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh man, I could have gone with like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Look at that. There you go.
Oh, Temple of Doom was
Temple
the
of
sequel.
Doom.
That was for the trilogy.
Yeah.
Which
See,
honestly, Temple of Doom is underrated. It's so weird, but it's like the only one with like villains that are still a part of like the history, like the cult.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's weird.
And it's the only one that doesn't deal with Nazis.
Yeah, so if you don't want to watch Nazis, then you just, watch Temple of Doom.
Well, Crystal Skull
was Russians.
Yeah. I was going to say Crystal Skull didn't have Nazis, but I think Crystal Skull was kind of underrated also.
Yeah.
It went a little kind of like off the deep end.
The ending was weird.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, yes, there are aliens. Yes, they'll melt your mind.
Exactly.
Kind of
so that was the first one that really kind of just went off the deep end in terms of like.
And then it ruined a lot of people's fantasies because Indiana Jones has a son now.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the fifth one?
No.
The Dial of Destiny? No. It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad?
It wasn't terrible. It brought back that like classic nostalgia Indiana
I'll have
Jones
to look
feel.
for it.
They talk about what like the dynamic with his son. And I like it because it kind of ties everything all together and like gives it a nice like, okay, it's finished.
It's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't the best Indiana Jones movie, but it wasn't terrible.
Right.
So, but we digress. But let us know what sequel we did not list and which ones we should watch. Because
let us know, please.
I'm always down for watching a good sequel or a good movie. But moving on to our Ask a Sensei. My question is, what is one ability that you believe everyone should possess?
The ability to communicate properly and to the right person. To be able to treat other people with respect. 2 lessons. Well, I had to talk to 2 of the young boys this week.
Yeah.
Because they're like being crazy. And they're like, oh, well, one's CJ, right? So it's like, Paige is my sister. I can spit water and stuff. I'm like, buddy, you cannot.
Yeah.
Would you do this to your parents? Would you do this to your grandparents?
Yeah.
If the answer is no, then you should treat everybody as if, with the similar respect that you treat your parents and your grandparents.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of the level we need. Like, practice respect to other people. I wish everybody could have that. And communicate properly.
I agree.
Kind of
or at least learn how to communicate appropriately with the person you're talking to.
Exactly.
Because some people are very direct. Some people like one-word answers like yes, no. Go there, go here. Some people like
detailed
answers. And knowing how to communicate in the way the other person communicates is really important. And that kind of like goes into what I wish the ability everybody knew how to possess was to listen.
To listen. Well,
listen.
the other half of communication is listening.
Because you could have the greatest communicator in the world, but if people don't know how to listen, it's
lost.
It doesn't matter. So I feel like, man, us as a society in general are less concerned with listening and more concerned with responding.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, listen, kind of think about what was just said, and then respond appropriately.
I think You are correct in that, but I think that stems from a society that if you don't speak fast, you look dumb.
Yes.
So it's like if you don't have an answer immediately, then people are going to think, "Oh, this person's dumb. Maybe I won't listen to what they have to say." So especially in the workforce, like if you're in corporate America, if you don't have ASAP as one of your quick bar answers,
And that goes back to communicating. So it's like if someone proposes a question, you have to learn how to be like, hey, I'm going to need a little minute to think on that. And at least, I don't want to say have to explain yourself, but again, yeah, if you don't come back with an answer quickly, you are perceived as someone who, one, doesn't care, doesn't understand, doesn't know, fill in the blank, doesn't, whatever. And I agree. That's not necessarily good, because sometimes you need to sit with a question for a minute to really kind of come up with the correct answer. And then if you sit with it and you still don't know it, that's when it's like, it's okay to not have all the answers and be like, do you know what? I really don't know. Let's sit down and figure this question out together. Okay? Because so many people will come up with an answer just to come up with an answer, knowing that it's not right, but they don't want to look at it.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They just want an answer to be like, hey, I did my part, wash my hands, I'm done.
Exactly. In fact, it's interesting because I've been seeing a lot of videos this week on the Dunning-Kruger effect. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of the name, but remind me what it is.
So the Dunning-Kruger effect is like, it's a level of awareness and intelligence that, it's going to sound crude, but like, stupid people don't know they're stupid because they're stupid.
They're not aware.
They're not aware of something. And a lot of times intelligent people seem unintelligent, or intelligent people seem unintelligent because they say they don't know something, because they're aware that they don't know something. So it's like, you hear that type of like statement and you're like, you have to sit and ponder and think about it for a minute. It's like, yeah, it's kind of true. The really either emotionally, mentally, physically intelligent people will say that they don't know a lot of stuff because they're aware that they have so much more to learn, even though they may know a lot. Way more than probably any other person, but they're like, God, I still have way more to learn.
Just a drop in the bucket.
Exactly. But yet then you have people that know a little that think they know a lot.
I'm a self-proclaimed expert.
Exactly.
I'm an expert.
And it's like trying to explain that to them is very difficult and painful because they will argue with you about it. And it's like, it's so silly because the only way that I can understand this is like when you say it like dumb people don't know they're dumb because they're dumb. And you're just like, well, that's not necessarily true, but at the same time, it is true. And it sounds mean, but you're not trying to be mean. But yet, if you don't know something and then you keep talking like you know something, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's like, God, you're dumb because you don't know you're dumb. Now, I'm not calling anyone specifically out there, so relax, people. But that kind of how it is, right? It's like, oh my gosh. So I wish people would be able to listen and be okay if they don't know the answer, saying, I don't know the answer, let's figure this out. And I guess that kind of goes back to another thing I wish people had was like knowing how to control your ego.
Really?
And that could go along with respect. Like, these are all, I wish, now that we're thinking about it.
Now here we go.
There's a long thing of things I wish people possessed.
Oh,
and I think,
pick one.
I know we can only pick one, but that's why I talk to a lot of people.
That's right.
We can get a lot of them.
That's right. That's right.
So we could only nail down two, but
I know.
Maybe we could.
What is one thing
you wish people possessed?
People had
an ability, I should say. So, but yeah, people need an ego, but they don't need it to run their life.
Right. And ego is interesting. I read a book recently, which is crazy.
What, that you read a book?
That I read a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think it's something about like saying no or whatever. I forget the name. But the ego, without an ego, you have no self-esteem.
Yes.
And we need self-esteem because self-esteem is how you build things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
We train people here to be confident in their skills, and that in turn builds their self-esteem.
Yes.
So we in turn are basically training their ego. But we are also teaching them respect, which is how to have your little soldier, your ego, sit down and wait their turn.
Yes.
To speak.
Very good explanation, because everybody needs to have an ego, because ego correlates to, like you just
said. An ego is always going to fight for you.
Yes, exactly.
But you need like your super ego and your whatever.
You need to know how to control your ego.
To control it, yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be well trained.
Master Martin says your ego is not your amigo.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a Master Martinism for
you.
you.
There we go. That's funny.
Yeah. But it's very true. You need to have a certain level of self-confidence, or you're never going to do anything or amount to anything or respect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't let that ego run and dictate your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know how to be like, all right, it's time to take a back seat. I don't know a lot about this. Please help me.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in terms of like in the gym, like I was talking to one of the parents' moms about the gym, and she goes, yeah, a lot of guys won't lift with me because that means they're going to have to drop their ego, because they're these big muscly guys, and then I'm making them do exercises with 20 pounds and they're struggling with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's very true. Men will get in the gym and be like, I need to lift more than the person next to me.
Weight heavy.
And the next thing you know, they're injured or they're hurting something. So you have to have an ego, but don't let it control you. Don't let the ego control you. So it's like the same thing with like, you know, keeping the tiger behind the bamboo, or like, you know, you need to know how to be violent, but you don't want to be violent. You have to know how to keep that under control.
You don't want people to think that you're violent, but you have to be a proficient in violence.
You do. And it's a weird thing. I think Joe Rogan talked about it with one of his guests one day. He goes, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Makes sense.
And it's like, yeah, you need to know how to inflict extreme acts of violence, but you also need to know how not to do that. So, and I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody about this, and I was telling them, I go, the most truly violent people I've ever met, like ones that could seriously inflict a lot of damage and hurt somebody, are some of the nicest people I've ever known. Because they know what they can do, and they know they don't want to do it if they can avoid it. So, but again, like we posed earlier, what's an ability you wish people just already had innately? But moving on to our next question.
Question number 2.
Number two.
Going on with things that we learned or wish people had, or what we think people had, whatever. I'm going to get to the question.
There we go.
What's something that you thought was absolutely true as a kid, but when you grew up, it was completely false?
That our leaders, like other people will bail you out.
Oh, that other people will bail you out.
Yes, that everybody will always be there to help you.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Now,
tell me a little bit about that backstory.
I was going to say, that being said, there are people that will help you, but you can't expect people to bail you out all the time. You need to know that truly the only one that has your best interests at hand is you. You can argue your parents, which I would say that's probably true also, but they also have to make sure that they're okay too. So when it comes to like, when I say bailing out, I mean like, oh, well, I just won't work in the fields today, and the crops somebody will take care of the crops. No, that's not how it works. it's interesting. I think Chris Rock actually talks about this. He goes, if your car breaks down and you just pull on the side of the road and you try to flag people down for help, nobody will help you. But if you're pushing your car down the street, people will get out of their car and help you push it.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah, you're right. That's actually really true. So if you want other people to help you, you have to first help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if people see you trying to better and help yourself, they've got no problem being like, you know what? Let me give you a little extra.
Because you're most likely not going to be a scammer and try to pull the wool over their eyes. You're like,
Or it's one of those things to where not only that, but like, let's talk about it from a teaching children or
Sure.
parenting children.
sure.
If you instantly give them or solve their problem for them, now you've set up a scenario where they don't know how to solve that problem and they expect you to solve it. So if you are like, let's say for me, I have what's called dyslexia and a reading and writing disability. So I had to work really, really hard to be able to write stories and sentences that made sense at all. When I first started learning how to read and write, my words and writing was all over the place. I couldn't stay on a straight line. Okay. When I would read, I would have to read the same sentence like at least 3 or 4 times because I would mix up the words and it wouldn't make any sense. Now, it could have been real easy for my mom to be like, you know what? I'll just write it for you. It's okay. I'll just write it down. I'll just write the sentence for you. Could have been real easy. Could have been way easier for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have been way easier for her to be like, you know, I'll just do it for you. But then that would have caused problems way down the line to where like I wouldn't be able to learn how to read and write. So it's okay for people to struggle as long as you're allowing them to struggle because you know they can get it done and nothing seriously wrong is going to happen to them. Now, if you're letting them struggle and they're like struggling with drug addiction and all that stuff, there's only so much you can do to help them, but you want to make sure that they don't seriously injure themselves or like overdose or anything like that. But even still, I've unfortunately had countless stories of family members and friends that have all, next thing you know, like, oh, they're gone because of this. And you're like, man, I thought somebody was watching them. Yeah, they were, and it still ended up happening. So I always thought people would take care of me when I was younger. You know, because you're a kid. It's like mom and dad will always take care of me.
Two lifelines.
Exactly.
Usually. So
exactly. But in reality, the only person that will really take care of you is you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have to make sure that you learn how to take care of yourself. And when you learn how to take care of yourself, you'll have other people in droves willing to help you. But if you're just walking around, help me, help me, help me, no, everybody's going to be like, they may do it once or twice, but then eventually they'll be like, no. Like, no, you need to do it yourself. It's funny because I had a story, something very small, but it was like, dang, yeah, he was right. Our lawnmower broke about 10 years ago. And I was like, God, I just don't have time to go to the store and get it fixed or buy a new one or this and that. So I'd go over to our neighbors and I'd be like, his name, unfortunately, he passed away. His name was Dave. I go, hey, Dave, do you mind if I borrow your lawnmower? He's like, no, sure, go ahead. So I went, borrowed his lawnmower, mowed the lawn, brought it back. And I was like, hey, I really appreciate it. He's like, yeah, no problem, anytime. Well, then the second time I had him do it, I still hadn't got one. And I was all like, hey, Dave, I hate to borrow you again. Can I borrow your lawnmower? He's like, yeah, sure. And you could tell he was like,
oh, come on, man.
Yeah. And then the third time, he was like, no, you can't borrow it. And I was like, what a mean guy.
The world?
What the heck? But then it was like that forced me to go solve the problem.
Yeah.
And in reality, it was like, that was the right move. Thank you, Dave. So it's like, yeah, eventually you gotta take care of your own problems. You can't expect other people to take care of them for you. What's one thing for you?
Oh man, I thought growing up that adulthood would be so easy.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize like all the things you have to take care of as an adult.
Yeah.
Like all the things like this is, low key shout out to my parents.
I was going to say that means your parents did a good job.
Because it's like they took care of a lot of things.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wait, this is due? I have to pay for this?
Yeah.
What? Bills? No way.
Yeah.
Not all my money is not all my money. I have to give it back?
Yeah. You mean people take it?
Oh, yeah. Just, I guess it really just goes down to the societal greed.
Yeah.
Lord, I didn't realize that existed, but man, we people are greedy. So
No, that is true. And that brings up that point of, somebody's really good at something when you do it and you're like, shoot, I can do that. I can do it just as well. We always see that when we watch
that's
like
our ego
athletics.
right there. That's our ego.
And when we see other people and they make it look so easy, you're like, dang, that's easy. I can do that. And then
That's
you
easy.
do it and you're like, no, I can't.
Whoa.
That's really hard. So that's a glowing testimony for your parents.
Yeah.
If you were a kid and you looked at life and you're like, dang, I can't wait to be an adult, your parents are doing a phenomenal job.
Wow.
That's how I take it. Because I felt the same way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, parenting, like adulthood, this is
You
freaking
guys
easy.
can stay up. You've got
Yeah.
cars.
Nobody's telling you what you can
Why don't you
and
just
can't
keep
eat.
buying more cars?
Yeah, exactly. So that's
you
a
can eat what
glowing
you
test to
want.
me.
That's another thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
you can eat what you want. You have no bedtime?
What?
What? You mean you can watch whatever you want too? This is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your parents did a great
What's the
job.
cost? Yeah. Sounds like both of ours did.
Yeah. So if you were a kid and you're like, God, I can't wait to be an adult, thank your parents. They did a great job with you. Or your parents were real and be like, hey, being an adult has its advantages, but it sucks. Still got good parents too, because they're trying to prepare you for knowing that may happen. So it's one of those things that kind of goes back to my original statement of like, man, if they're really upfront with you about like adulthood, it's not because they're a bad parent. They're taking the route of like, hey, it's not all sunshines and rainbows. It's like, in order for those flowers to grow, it's got to rain. So it's like, you got to
water them.
Got to weather the storm. So, but moving on to our third question. Question number 3. Honestly, they're all kind of tying together. So
No way.
I like it. It's how do you
way.
deal with stressful environments?
Stressful environments.
I'm kind of saying that based off of like my last 2 weekends going to funerals.
Oh, those are kind of
Okay.
stressful. Or
They're
sad.
stressful in a different way.
Yeah.
I think they're stressful in terms of like dealing with the people at the funeral.
Really? The ones that are still alive?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, clearly not the ones that have passed. They
Oh.
have nothing to stress out about.
Good clarification
Yeah.
there.
Mainly because you don't know how they're going to respond to the moment
Interesting.
of grieving. Like
Yeah.
what stage of grieving are they in?
Mhm.
Are they in the
Anger,
denial,
denial.
the anger? Like,
Acceptance.
yeah, everybody's different. And you can almost guarantee there's going to be at least like an awkward conversation, a
Awkward just
person,
standing there.
and a person that you're just like, oh man, I really don't want to talk to them, but here they come. All right. Or somebody that you had issues with, and now you're in the same room, and you can either choose to just like ignore them and act like there's nothing there, or you can be like, you know what, let's try to mend this bridge or whatever.
Interesting.
So I feel like with funerals, I feel like you can always expect that at like funerals, weddings, Thanksgiving dinner with some people. But like anytime you get a lot of family members and just people together and they're dealing with like grief of some sort, you don't know how that grief is going to manifest in some people. Kind of like what we talked about. Everybody's going to be at a different stage of this grief. Then you get people that are mad because someone's really sad and you're like, God, why are they crying all the time? It's like, and then you get people that are crying all the time being like, why aren't they crying all the time? And yeah. So when it comes to stressful environments, how do you tend to navigate or deal with those?
Well, my stressful environments aren't necessarily all funerals.
Yeah.
So I try to find my foundation. So I try to find what I know about the environment, about the scenario. Let's say it's a test, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, at the test, I'm expected to know certain things, right? So hopefully I know my form. Hopefully I practiced. Hopefully I can find confidence that I remember all my DMs.
Yes.
That I remember what a push-up is. That I know how to front kick, side kick, back kick, all those things.
Make sure you ki.
Make sure you ki, huge one.
Yeah.
So I try to sort of distract myself from the stressful environment himself, from the intimidation of being in that environment by focusing on like, oh, this is what I know. This is what I have. These are my tools.
Yes.
Let me see if I can solve whatever problem they're asking me to do with these tools.
I think test is a good example to use because tests are stressful, but they're only as stressful as you let them to.
Yeah.
So like you said, did you practice? Well, yeah. Okay. Well, then you can check
got
that off
sharper
the
tools.
box.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know you're going to work. Okay. You can check that off your box. You know that you're probably going to get yelled at some point.
They're trying to get under your skin. That's
okay.
fine. If
Can
they're not,
check that
then
under your box.
you're not act the test.
Exactly. So it's like when you're under environments like that, like you said, you just focus on your foundation and you just focus on what you can and can't do. So it's you're like, okay, I'm going to go out there and put forth my best effort. After that, it's out of my hands.
Right.
I have zero control of what happens next.
But it's also, and for me, I kind of compartmentalize those things. Like, so if I'm at a test, don't ask me to do non-test stuff. That's, if I'm at work, if I'm doing work, don't ask me to do non-work stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if this is a stressful meeting at work, if this is a call where it's like the client's getting heated, it's like I want to double down on what I know and what solutions I've looked into. Now, if it's an out of the blue kind of deal, then it becomes suddenly escalated. Then it goes back to the original one where it's like, hey, I need to think about this.
Yeah.
Original question.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what scenario. Like if I'm at a funeral, I don't really find those stressful, but they're sad. But it's like, okay, talk about the person, talk about their life. Don't talk about anything else, in my opinion, because I'm not there for anything else.
Yeah, it's kind of going back to what we said earlier in the question. It's control what you can and try to not worry about what you can't. And that's obviously far easier said than done, but it's truly that simple. Control what you can. Be like, okay, I can control this. I control how I feel. I can control how I look. I can control who I look at, what I say. I can control all of that stuff. I can't control what other people say, do, think, or behave.
You can't control who comes up to you.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Again, I try not to use the word don't worry about it because it sounds like you're brushing it off, but don't put much emphasis on it. Be like, okay, this person's coming up to you. All right, cool. Let's be nice, be friendly, be yourself. Don't be a jackass. So I think when you're dealing with stressful environments, you really need to take inventory on what you can control and what you can't. Okay, I can control this. I can control that. I cannot control this, so I'm going to do my best not to focus my attention on that. So, but very good. All right, let's move on to our fourth and final question.
If you could be the best at any one thing in the world, you're the best, bar none, no one. What is that one thing, and what would your title be?
Like Emperor Supreme, Galactic, Universal, Overlord.
What would your one thing be?
It would probably be kind of a little bit of a combination of what we've already been talking about today.
Really?
Like knowing how to communicate and being able to express my point to everybody with zero confusion.
Interesting. Okay.
To where, you know how you talk to somebody and you don't agree with them because you don't understand their vision or what they're saying. But then when you understand what they're saying and like what they're the point they're trying to get across, you're like, okay, I can get down with that. Like, I understand that. I actually like that. You know?
Interesting. So you're saying that you'd persuade them? You'd be very persuasive?
Not necessarily persuasive, because persuasive has a negative connotation to it. So it'd be like, dang,
yeah,
okay.
It could be used wrong.
Yeah, it can. Well, technically, yeah, you're right. But technically, like, everything can be used wrong if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, being able to get my point across to people and have zero confusion on what it is that I just told them.
Do you want them to always agree with you?
No, not necessarily, but at least they understand me.
But they understand.
Yeah,
you.
be like, okay, I understand what you mean, but I don't agree with it. Like, okay, I can live with that. 'Cause I don't like it when everybody agrees with everybody 100% of the time, because then that's not really.
That's
like,
groupthink.
It's groupthink.
It's like, oh yes, we are all together on this.
Yeah, and it's healthy to have different opinions,
Right.
different
'Cause
viewpoints.
you could be all going the wrong way.
Exactly. And that's where it kind of goes back to the, other few questions we talked about, that respect. It's like, you can respect somebody that has a different opinion than you. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because they don't agree with you doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, you're the devil, I hate you. Don't ever talk to me again because this one thing I don't agree with. But the other 9 things I totally agree with you on. But that one thing, that's the deal breaker.
That one thing is all what I'm going to focus all my energy on.
Exactly. We
I
can't.
don't like you because of that one thing.
We need to get out of that as a society. And that goes both ways. Okay? Because I know people on both sides of the aisle that, like, you tell them and they could be like, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. Don't ever talk to me again. Really? Because of that one thing? All the other things we agree with. But that one thing, that separates us.
Right.
Drives this giant wedge in between us. It'd be okay. I really wish we could get to the point where it's like, you know what? I can understand why you like that or why you think that way, and I appreciate that. I just don't agree with that. And this is why I don't agree with it.
And they're like, oh,
And
I
then-
understand why you don't agree with that.
Exactly.
That's fine.
What? You mean actually have intelligent adult
Hey,
interactions
man,
with
I
each
only
other?
said you could be the best.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, I wish people had the ability to have a little bit more empathy for each other and accept other people's opinion and views and be okay even though you don't agree with them. It's like, you know what? I don't agree with that, but you know what? I appreciate you educating me on it a little bit, but this is why I think. And being able to understand, be like, okay, now I understand you think the way you think. Because everybody has a situation on why they're thinking the way they're thinking. We just may not understand it. So I would say, I hate having titles, so this is like one of those ones where it's
You
like,
have to have a title.
I jokingly say like Galactic Emperor Supreme
The
Overlord.
best communicator.
Yeah, because I'm extremely humble. The most humble person in the
I
world.
am the humblest.
Yeah. So, because I don't like being the
What?
center of attention,
What?
which is ironic because we're videoing us, but the
Yeah.
only reason I'm videoing is so we could have people see us,
Yeah.
which I would rather not people see us, but I'd
That's
rather
too bad.
people hear us and see our actions.
Really?
Not just like, oh, look at, they're just trying to be in the center of attention. No, I'd really not, but, and I appreciate people that like to be the center of attention, because then I don't have to be. So, like, I don't think she'll listen, but Maya, I love you to death. Maya loves being the center of attention, and I freaking love it. Why? Because I don't have to be. Maya's around, Maya will be the center of attention. Be like, Maya, thank you. And she'll be like, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. So I appreciate the people that do like to be more of the front and center of things, because then it allows me not to have to be. Like, if I have to be, I will, but I'd rather not. So if I had to give myself a title, it'd be Average Joe.
Average Joe. I think that
Average
was
Joe.
taken, but okay. Accepted.
Normal person.
Normal. Regular Mark.
Regular Mark.
Regular Mark. That's a good one.
Everyday Mark.
Everyday Mark.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
It's funny because I even get weird, like, I've gotten obviously a lot better, but like,
Sensei.
yeah, everybody's like, oh, Sensei.
Oh,
And it's
oh,
like,
nice.
I just want to be like, you can just call me Mark. But it is a respect thing, especially you're in the dojo, this and that. When we're out of the dojo, don't call me sensei. It's like, it's just Mark. In the dojo,
Sensei Mark.
okay, yeah, it's Sensei Mark.
Sir.
But I would say I would like to be the best at, ego-wise, just physically better than everybody. I'd just be like, I am the most physically gifted person in the entire world. You show me to do something, I can do it instantly. So I would probably say that I would probably say I'd like to have the ability to be shown something once and then have the ability to master it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mimicry.
Whether it's physical or mental or emotional.
Whoa.
But the ability to see something and then see it.
That person's having a breakdown. I could do that too.
Kind of. I mean, that's the scary part. It's like no matter what you see, you can emulate that perfectly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right.
Kind of like Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
You ever heard of that character?
No.
It's a Marvel villain, but he has the ability to see like a combat move, and then he can do it perfectly after that.
What?
So when you fight him,
How do you beat him?
that's the thing. When you fight him, you have to be careful on what you show him.
Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Stop hitting yourself, or just run into the wall, and then, yeah. So I would say mimicry, being able to see, hear, or do something just instantly. I changed my answer from persuasion or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you have your good answer. Then you have the answer that you want.
Yeah, that's the good answer is being able to.
I'm the best communicator.
Best communicator. The answer I want is to be able to do anything at any moment. So, especially as you get older, and you're like, God, getting out of the bed sucks. You're like, okay, that's not a problem anymore. Or I slept wrong. Now my neck can't move right for a week.
Right.
So I don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
What would your answer be?
Man, that's tough. I would think about it, but then my answers changed while we were talking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Oh man, I thought I knew. I'm gonna go with this same approach. I'm gonna have one answer that's like acceptable.
The acceptable.
The
hey,
acceptable,
I'm a good
nice,
person.
hey, I'm a good person answer.
Yep.
And then one that's like, oh man, I want to be this.
That secretly, this is really what I want.
I want to be a problem solver. I'll be the best problem solver there is. Being able to, whatever, because everything is essentially a problem.
That means you're going to be the richest person in the world.
Some form or another, it's a problem.
Yep.
Right. Communication. Right. We communicate because there's a difference. Difference could be a problem. So yeah, essentially all that you said plus more is my outward answer. But again, I want to be an athlete, or I want to have like everything work for me. Like I have no problems. Like I'm the luckiest man ever.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be like the Supreme Steve or something as my title.
Supreme Steve. That sounds like a dish at Taco Bell.
Yep.
I'll have a Supreme
Crunchwrap
Steve.
Supreme Steve.
Yes. Crunchwraps Supreme Steve. Extra spicy.
Yeah.
I'd order it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. It might give you diarrhea. But.
Too much fiber. I told you that's why that happens, right? I think we even explained it on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taco Bell gives you the fiber you need.
Exactly. So if you ever need a good cleansing, just go to Taco Bell.
That's
Not
right.
because their food is not
moss.
high quality. I mean, it's fast food, so it's not the highest quality in the world, but it's higher in fiber. So that's why when you eat it, you're instantly like getting the bubble guts and all that stuff. So, as Chris Pratt's character on Parks and Rec would say, Andy, I have hot snakes.
I got the hot snakes.
Hot snakes and bubble gut.
Yeah.
So, but all right, let us know what your title would be and what ability do you wish you have. You can give us two, like the quote-unquote answer the world needs or the
philanthropist
answer you want.
version.
Yes.
And the one you actually want.
Yeah, the real version.
That's right.
But all right, moving on to our fight scene. All right, this week's fight scene is really geared and motivated towards what's in the box office right now. Now, I did not look up the box office numbers, or I could be like, well, this one did better than that. we've got Superman versus the Fantastic Four. All of them.
What?
The group. Not just one of them, the group.
A
So
group?
Superman versus the Fantastic Four, which includes the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, which he stretches,
Right.
and the Thing.
Okay.
All right, so round one, they're in Metropolis. Who you got?
Superman.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go against Superman in this instance.
Superman is underrated a lot, and he's like,
He's the type of character that everybody
but they have
wants
to
to
make him
beat.
weak, right? But
Yeah.
here's the thing: the Fantastic Four, their child, Franklin,
I
or
think could
whatever,
probably beat Superman.
is apparently god tier.
Yeah, he's like cosmic level.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I don't even know what his powers technically are, but everybody talks about how Franklin Reed or Richards like destroys the entire Marvel comic universe.
Mhm.
So
But he's not in the picture yet.
No.
So
just
the
the
four?
four.
Superman's got him.
Yeah, I think Superman's like freeze breath, like freezes the Human Torch,
Mm-hmm.
like mid-flight, frozen,
Yep.
falls, disintegrates into a million pieces.
Yeah. He'll throw Ben Grimm into space.
Yep.
He'll somehow find a way to tie up Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he'll tie him around a building or
and then
something.
the Invisible Woman, he'll just laser her or something.
Yeah, I think the thing that, ironically enough, I think she'll probably give him the most trouble.
Oh yeah, she'll be the hardest to fight.
Yeah, because
round.
she's, one, she can turn invisible,
Mm-hmm.
and two, she has that like force field, telekinetic type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman, one of Superman's major weaknesses is like magic. I mean, she's
Magic.
not magic, but
Right.
she has that ability to use force and all that stuff.
Here's the thing: they're a family, and if Superman's here's what's crazy is they're both good, right? They're both
Yes.
good aligned forces.
Yes, they
So
would
in,
never
like,
fight each other.
They would never fight each other.
Yeah.
But Superman would realize, like, oh, they're a family. They care about each other. And then he'd find a way to make it so they'd be playing defense on the back foot, trying to protect, like, their units.
Yeah, he would
And
set up a trap
he'd set up
for
a trap
Sue,
for Sue.
Sue Storm, being like, all right, while I tie Reed around this building, she'll try to untie him, and then I got him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely think Superman's got the Fantastic Four in this scenario where it's like they crash land in Metropolis or whatever. Or they fly into Metropolis thinking that it was New York, but they
It's
crossed
not the
over into an
60s.
alternate dimension,
Right.
and they have no idea who Superman is.
Mhm.
The fact that Reed doesn't know who Superman is the main determining factor in them winning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so we got 1-1.
No.
Now on the flip-
1-0.
I'm sorry.
We haven't done their
We
their
both
side
have
yet.
them winning that round.
Yes.
So 1-0. Now it's in New York,
Mhm.
and Reed knows who Superman is.
Smartest man alive knows who the Man
And
of
he
Steel
knows
is.
he's coming.
No way.
Okay. So, like, he can see, because Superman's coming in an alternate universe.
Right.
So there's some ripple in time or whatever. And then he's like, oh, it's this being that blah, 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 blah. Lists all his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I think Reed would be able to plan and devise a strategy or like another wormhole or whatever to deal with Superman and just continue him on or
Right.
whatever, and then throw him into a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because Reed knows who he is and when he's coming, that's the main factor on why the Fantastic Four would beat Superman in this scenario.
It's the only way they could beat him is if they had prep time.
I would agree. Because none of them are strong enough. None of them have the ability to be in space without help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can't hurt him because they have no kryptonite.
Right.
But I think because Reed knows where he's coming from,
He'd probably just diverge or distract him and send him through another hole.
Yeah, they wouldn't need kryptonite, so they would
Then he's,
technically not
again, on the
fight
other side.
him,
Yeah.
but
They'd
they
have
would know
smarter.
how to deal with him.
Mhm.
So, because I think if they actually had to fight him, there's no way the Fantastic Four would win.
Well, this is what we call fight scene, not
Yeah.
deal with scene.
Well, that's how they fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that
Problem
instance,
solver.
exactly, Reed's a problem solver.
That's right.
So in this incident or in this scenario, I've got the Fantastic Four dealing with Superman. I wouldn't necessarily say beating Superman,
Yeah. Okay.
but Superman wouldn't
I could
beat.
see that. I underestimate Mr. Fantastic's
Yeah,
powers of the mind.
Yeah, it's
his
hard to like wrap
intelligence.
around like something that
Literally
someone that
wrap
smart.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Okay. All right. Now they have their like technically like
They have their powers.
sort of because like Superman's born with these powers,
Mhm.
so he wasn't given these powers.
Mhm.
But yet, like we can't just stick Superman, a Kryptonian, in with humans
No, that'd be
and expect it to be
No.
a fair fight. So we'll say that they all have their powers, but they're confined to this ring. They can't leave the ring.
okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So like the Thing is the Thing. Granted, he's durable and
Mhm.
strong. You
Mhm.
know, Sue Storm can be invisible, use force field. Reed can stretch. Johnny can
Fly.
flame up.
Flame on.
So, but that being said, because they're confined to a cage, Superman's just gonna
It's
just
It's hard to
destroy him.
watch, yeah.
Yeah,
it's hard to watch.
yeah.
Now here's the thing. Now if they manage to be durable enough and survive, I think they might be better fighters. I think that they might have more of a teamwork thing. If it's like more of an entertainment match,
Yeah.
right? Then it's like, oh, the Fantastic Four might get to go down to the panel. But in a real fight, Superman's gonna take him.
Yeah, like Reed, like stretches between the two posts and then grabs
And then the
Ben and like
Slingshots the
him.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, shoot, he could deal with all four of them like he would with Johnny. Just freeze,
Yep.
blow that freeze breath on him.
Yep.
Johnny hardens. Reed turns into a cold Band-Aid or cold rubber band.
Ah,
Then he snaps.
no.
You know,
And then he just has to deal with the Invisible Woman.
yeah. But then the benefit to being in the cage, it's like he knows that she's in here
Yeah.
and this
She can't escape.
she can't escape him. So I definitely got Superman just
Wow.
not even really that close, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of flack for this.
Yeah, because they're like, they beat Galactus.
Galactus.
Yeah, I think Superman could sneeze and Galactus would blow up.
Yeah.
They actually did a video on if Superman actually punched at 100% power,
What?
he would disintegrate everybody on a molecular level and create a new black hole. Yeah.
Cavitation bubbles
And you're just like,
or whatever.
okay, so that's some serious stuff. So, but yeah, I got 2-1 Superman.
He could sneeze and all their skin flies off.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Superman's almost so powerful, it's hard to write stories for him.
Yeah.
That's why Batman stories are better because there is that
'Cause Batman's
innate
a
ability that he could lose.
Mhm.
So he's much more relatable
human. Mm-hmm.
because he is human and he can lose.
Mhm.
Superman is not human and he's so powerful that it's like, man, it's hard for him to get in situations where he's in trouble.
Yeah, and his powers have changed through the writing. Like
Yes.
initially, he wasn't able to fly.
Yeah, he could just jump
He
really
could just
high.
jump. He was
Yep.
like a frog. So now it's like, oh, he can fly. He can fly fast enough and turn back time, which was crazy at that
Yeah,
one
in the
movie.
first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverses the spin
Reverses
of the
the spin of the earth. You know how bad that would be.
earth. Yeah.
They did not think that one through very much.
Hey, but in 1970 something,
Hey,
was
man,
it 78?
it was mind blowing.
They didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
they thought
that
the Earth was-
Dunning-Kruger. It's the Dunning-Kruger
Exactly.
effect. They didn't know that it was dumb
Yeah.
because they're dumb.
Yeah. But hey, it's canon now.
Yep,
So
exactly. It can happen.
It can happen.
But yeah, whatever. Superman. I've been a Superman fan for a while.
Me too. Superman gets a lot of hate for being
Too good.
too good.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Patriots in the early '90s with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Well, I should just say
You
Tom
know,
Brady. Everybody hates Tom Brady.
Everybody hates him.
Because he's so damn good. Now,
so
I did
good.
not like Tom Brady on the Patriots. I did like Tom Brady on the Bucks, though.
Yeah. But
So,
that was just a statement that he wasn't a system quarterback.
yeah. Well, even if he was, he still won 6 Super Bowls, so he could be like, everybody can suck
You know,
it.
yeah. I mean, that's true. That's true.
It's like, oh, really? This system quarterback
Scandals aside, who cares?
has more Super Bowl rings than he can fit on one hand.
Exactly.
So, pound sand.
Pound sand.
Yeah. But all right, who do you think you would win in a fight
Who would
between
win?
Superman and the Fantastic Four?
Let
Also,
us
if you know the box office numbers, let us know in the
That would be
comments.
great.
Not total because Superman's been out longer, but opening weekend, who did
Opening
better? I think it
weekend.
was Superman.
I don't know. That's why we're asking.
Yeah, leave us the answer in the comments. But moving on to our joke of the week. All right, my joke. This one's for Shanna
Okay.
because she's not funny, but she'll probably think this is funny. It's my boss asked me how was I at making spreadsheets. I told him I excel at it.
That's
She's actually really good at Excel, so that's
good.
why.
Got pivot tables down and stuff.
Oh yeah, she would probably enjoy that
F
joke.
lookup, all that
Oh yeah,
great
she
stuff.
does all sorts of wizardry with
Stuff
spreadsheets.
that's like, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Like I know how to make a time clock on an Excel spreadsheet.
I can make like columns and make it look
I can
good.
colorize them. I can make them different colors.
Yeah.
That's cool. My joke is pre means before, right?
Yes.
Post means after. Using both at the same time would be preposterous.
Yeah, that one confuses me.
Preposterous.
Preposterous.
It's more of a reading joke.
Doo-doo-ch. Yes, but that is a good one. Also, don't keep telling Paige she's funny.
Yes.
She's not that funny. She's not that funny. She's kind of funny. Not that funny.
We talked about keeping our egos in check today, so
Yeah, Paige. Looking at you. All right, moving on to our shout outs. Anybody you'd like to shout out in particular?
shout out the people who are managing to focus during these final weeks of summer.
Yes.
Quite a few fidgety kids knowing that their time is coming to an end and they have to go back to routine. And
Yep.
but shout out to the parents that are continue to bring them.
Yeah, shout out to the parents and all the students that continue to train and support the studio. I also shout out to Shanna. She's obviously still dealing with the loss of her grandmother. Right now she's in task mode where it's like planning the funeral, getting everything in order for the funeral. So I hope that she's been doing her best to take it in stride, and I appreciate that about her. And hopefully just have some time to grieve. So shout out to you, Shanna. Good job.
Good
Moving
job.
on to our final thoughts. Any final thoughts you want to leave the people with?
Have conversations with people. Apparently that's kind of the theme that we've
Unintentionally
came up with today.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all about communication. And I mean, it's in August now, so I don't know what people are doing in August, but whatever. It's never the wrong time to start a conversation with somebody, and you can practice on people that are like at service stores. Have a conversation with the person, the cashier.
I would agree.
That helps their day.
I would agree. Yeah. Develop the art of conversation. It's funny because, man, I was watching another video where someone was like, they said that intelligent people hate small conversation. I would tend to disagree because I feel like or I shouldn't say small conversation, small talk.
Right.
I think small talk is starting to lose prevalence in society, which I think it needs to come back. because by having those small conversations, you can get to bigger conversations. And then through having those small conversations, you realize, dang, I have way more in common with this person than I do against them. And I think having those small talk conversations just consistently with as many people as you can, one, you can learn more about society and your environment and people as a whole. And two, it makes you more interesting.
It does. I have to echo what you're saying, because chatting with people both in person and online, you know, especially in like the dating scene, right? You need to be able to have small conversations.
Yeah, because you can't just sit down with somebody and be like, so what do you think about this major topic?
It becomes like you want to sort of, like you mentioned, throw more fishing lines out there.
The more poles you have in the water.
The more poles you have in the water, the more fish you catch.
Yep.
And you need to be able to talk about little things, fun things, joke around, make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
Be just a great person to be around.
No, I agree. I agree.
Keep your ego in check, but also don't make it absent. Make sure that you've got your own back.
Well, and being able to, no matter what situation you're in, you know, you can talk to somebody. Because how many times have we've gone somewhere and we're like, God, this is not my environment. And a lot of people just clam up and don't even attempt to talk to people.
Going overseas.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe I share a language, maybe I don't, but I need help and don't know who to talk to.
Exactly. So being able to talk to anybody through small talk, I think is a valuable lesson. It's funny because my dad does this all the time. And for, you know, when I was a kid, it drove me nuts. But now as an adult, it's like, I really appreciate it. I took him to a doctor's appointment yesterday, and on our way home, I'm like, hey, I need to stop by the mall, because I told Shanna, I go, hey, I'm going to buy a jazz hat because I'm not a jazz fan, even though I live in Utah.
What?
Not a jazz fan, but Grandma Betty was a huge jazz fan. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to go buy a jazz hat because I like to wear hats. And I go, I'm going to wear a hat to her funeral. And then after the funeral, we're going to leave it with her urn, just as, you know, a final like send off for her. So I was like, hey, I need to go buy a hat. And again, coming back from the doctors with my dad, the doctor's like, hey, you need to get out and move more. And I was like, Dad, you're coming to the mall with me. It's like, we're not going to walk around forever. We're going to walk into the store, walk out.
But we're walking.
And every person he walked past, he's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, good afternoon. He would say hi to every single person that walked past him.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And I was like, as a kid, I'm like, God, Dad, why do you got to say hi to everybody? But now I'm like, I like it. Like, because nobody else does. Everybody just walks past each other.
Oh, it's like,
yeah.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, it's like, if I don't look at you, you won't say anything.
Right.
But no, it's like he goes out of his way to like say hi to people. Be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, good afternoon. Have a good day. It's like, okay, we need more of that.
Yeah.
Just talking to people, saying hi. How you doing? Good to see you. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in. You know? So say hi to people.
Say hi to people.
Have small conversations. Figure out what all of your common ground is with the two people you're talking to, or the one person you're talking to. You could be like, oh my gosh, this is somebody I would never talk to in real life or ever.
Yeah.
Great. I guarantee you guys both have something in common. Find out what it is. Be like, it was great talking to you. Good to see you. You know, as Abraham Lincoln said, he's like, I don't like that person. I must get to know him better. It's like, you don't like somebody because you don't know them. Most of the time, that's the correct answer. So, talk to people, tell them hi, get to know them, find out what your common ground is. Thanks for joining us this week, you guys. Have a wonderful week. Make somebody's day. Tell people hi.
Share the show.
Share the show.
Like the show.
Like the show.
Comment on the show.
Just be a part of the show.
Be a part of the True Motion.
Exactly.
True Talk to True Motion.
But we love you. Thank you for joining us, and we'll kick it with you next week.
Kick it with us next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.